The Lelit Bianca, like any espresso machine, requires regular maintenance to avoid breakdowns and maintain the good taste of the espresso. In this video, I will show you how to clean the machine, accessories, how to perform a backflush, how to clean the brewing group, the steam and water nozzles, the water tank, and how to replace the Lelit filter. The Bianca has many shiny elements, such as the group and even the housing, depending on the color variant. In my case, it's black, which is matte. I wipe the housing with a cloth every day. Pay attention to the individual elements of the group, especially those that are particularly exposed to coffee residue. Every 2 to 4 weeks, I thoroughly clean the drip tray and the top of the espresso machine, where I warm the cups. In my case, the drip tray has a screw removed because I have a hose attached that drains the remaining water into the sink. This prevents water from accumulating in the drip tray. However, if you don't have this solution, you should regularly empty the drip tray. I remove the drip tray and grid and wash them thoroughly with detergent. After drying, I clean the housing with a cloth and the water outlet to which the hose is connected with the paper towel. After these steps, I reinsert the drip tray and grid. Accessories such as baskets, box screens, and even the portafilter with spouts should be cleaned regularly using a cleaning powder such as Cafiza, designed for espresso accessories and machines. I brew an average of 2 espressos a day, so I can clean them once a month. In coffee shops, it should even be done daily. I place the accessories I want to clean in a large jug, then add about 3 grams of Cafiza and hot water. Note: I recommend wearing gloves when using Cafiza. It's important that all accessories are fully immersed in the water. After approximately 30 minutes, pour out the solution and rinse all accessories. Hey, if you think this video is interesting, you can subscribe to my channel and like this video. This will help my channel continue to grow. Thank you. After each coffee session, I recommend backflushing with water, without using Cafiza. Remember to turn off the pre-infusion and low flow functions before backflushing. Set the flow control paddle to maximum flow. To backflush, use a blind basket, lock the portafilter in the brew group, then run the extraction for 10 seconds and wait another 10 seconds. Repeat this process about 5 times. A backflush with powder like Cafiza should be performed every 50 to 100 cycles, depending on whether you use puck screens or not. Keep in mind that these types of powders remove natural coffee oils and grease from the group and lever. Therefore, if you use the puck screens, you can backflush less frequently, for example, every 2 to 3 months. To backflush with powder, place the blind basket in the portafilter and add approximately 3 grams of powder. Lock the portafilter in the brew group and run the extraction for 10 seconds, then wait another 10 seconds. Perform 5 to 10 of these flushing cycles with powder. Once the backflush cycles are complete, remove the portafilter and pour out any remaining water. Rinse the blind basket and relock the portafilter in the brew group and run another 5 to 10 cycles, this time with just water. Because the Lelit Bianca has an L58E group based on E61, the lever may begin to squeak after a backflush with powder. This is because the natural coffee oils and grease are removed from the group, which also affects the lever. Simply brew a few espressos without using the puck screen, and the lever should stop squeaking. However, you may need to lubricate the lever with Molykote grease. You can find a tutorial on YouTube from Lelit Insider. Cleaning the group, including the shower screen, should be done quite regularly. Once every few days, it is enough to clean the shower screen and the group with a brush. Less frequently, in my case, when I backflush with powder, I remove the shower screen and thoroughly clean it, along with the group. I use a brush for this, and for the metal parts, a paper towel as well. To remove the shower screen, the group must be heated. Otherwise, removing the shower screen will be very difficult. I use a tool without a sharp end, such as a spoon, to pry the shower screen off, as you can see in the video. The shower screen will be removed along with the gasket. Now it's time to clean everything. To reinstall the shower screen, insert it into the gasket and then place it in the group. Then, using a spoon, push the gasket into the group until it is seated evenly. Finally, lock the portafilter in the group a few times. You can also backflush it with water. This will improve the gasket's position. I clean the milk nozzles about every 2 weeks. The water nozzle can be cleaned less frequently since it doesn't come into contact with the milk. I simply unscrew the nozzles and wash them with dish soap. It is important to rinse them thoroughly to avoid any residue. Be careful with the O-rings. Rubbing too hard while washing can damage them. A more thorough cleaning should be done every 1 to 2 months, using a liquid such as Ernex Rinza or Pulli-Milk Plus. I didn't have this liquid, so I used a little dish soap. But it's not the best way. Follow the instructions provided by the liquid manufacturer. Typically, pour 15 to 30 milliliters of liquid into 500 milliliters of water and steam for 10 seconds, 7 to 10 times. Then, prepare 1 liter of filtered water and repeat the same process to rinse. I clean the water tank whenever the filter needs to be replaced. The filter, if used, should be replaced every 70 liters or 2 to 3 months. I do this every 2 months. First, remove the water tank and pour out the remaining water. Remove the filter and rubber components. Unfortunately, the tank's design is irritating due to the use of rubber elements, which quickly accumulate slimy residue. This is likely due to the Lelit water filter used. Thoroughly wash the tank and rubber components. Unpack the new filter and immerse it in water for 3 minutes. You can then place it in the water tank according to the manufacturer's instructions, along with the rubber components. I recommend rinsing the water tank before using it again. Remember that a Lelit filter only reduces water hardness. You should still use filtered water, such as with a Brita filter, to reduce the level of substances that impair water quality. I hope this guide was helpful. The Bianca, like any espresso machine, requires regular maintenance. By taking care of this aspect, you will ensure that your machine will last for many years. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments section. I will try to respond to as many comments as possible. See you in the next video.